Hello and welcome to the New Indian Express Online. I'm Bansi Kadapa. With me is a senior Bharatiya Janata Party leader, someone who served as Deputy Chief Minister, someone who served as a minister in the previous cabinet, who is MLA Malleswaram, Dr. C.N. Ashwathnarayan. Welcome on the show.
Thank you.
Well, first of all, even as so many senior BJP leaders lost, we saw so many ministers who lost, you have managed to win. Last time you won by 50,000 plus. This time you won by 40,000 plus. Some words on your win.
Particularly in the city of Bangalore, it was a very favorable environment for the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Yeah.
Overall, our vote share has increased by 5% in the city of Bangalore. And people look up to Bharatiya Janata Party. It's become People's Party. And it's People's Party, nationalistic party, the patriotic party. The people who are very patriotic, nationalistic, they're all part of the Bharatiya Janata Party. And they look up to Bharatiya Janata Party and their support has been very immense, and that's how we are able to win hands down in the city of Bangalore with a huge margin. Most of our candidates we have won through huge margin.
Mr. R. Ashok won.
Almost everybody
Mr.
won.
Bharati also won.
And many more constituencies also we could have won. And the popularity of our Honorable Prime Minister also has blessed us very strongly. And that's how we are able to win. And I think Bangalore is nothing but it's Bharatiya Janata Party nation.
Okay. Also, if you see, the parliamentary polls are now just 9 months away for the announcement. Last time for the state elections, the BJP depended, some say, too much on the Modi factor. This time, will it be the Modi factor again, or is there going to be some other narrative at ground level?
Bharatiya Janata Party, as already I mentioned earlier, is a nationalistic party where we can look up, we can protect, and we can see a great future. The aspiration of a new India in the 21st century, it can come to reality with only Bharatiya Janata Party and equal participation, no appeasement. There's no appeasement, there's no divisive, we are all one. So basically in this direction, all the concern, to be very frank and free, I think all the concern of the people can be really addressed by only one party, that is Bharatiya Janata Party. So it's People's Party. So people are the main strength for here, and we have been led by a great leader, Sri Narendra Modi ji. Under his leadership, the entire world has become the leader for the entire world and for our country also. And he's very popular. People look up to him. People want him to continue as the Prime Minister of India. So quite naturally, the trend will be good across the country and across the state of Karnataka.
Okay. Also, Bharatiya Janata Party traditionally, as a national party, elects its leader of the house soon after the election, usually before the the first session commences. Why is it dragging its feet? The party has not appointed a leader of the house.
See, since the session is going to start only in the first week of July, still we have time. We are not in a hurry. And more so, the present new government has come into existence. It's come into the power. They have appointed their chief minister, deputy chief minister, and their complete cabinet has been appointed. So we are just waiting how the equation goes on here, and based on that, we should become. And it's a matter of time, and a party legislature meeting will be called, and a leader of the opposition will be elected or selected or appointed.
The point is, even in the distribution of tickets, Congress gave out its tickets first, and it made use of the first strike. And BJP issued the tickets last, because usually it is the other way around. BJP issues first. This time again, Congress has gone ahead with its government formation, leader and all that. But BJP has dragged its feet.
No. Sir, if you look back, in all the assembly election or parliament election, if you compare last election, though we were in a position before the election, the ticket for the assembly election was announced during the election only. Once the election has been notified only, the candidates will be announced. Even now, similarly, at least if you compare with the last election, the announcement has happened 3 to 4 days earlier. compared to previous election. So the Congress party had lost its existence, had lost its ground. So they wanted to rebuild. So they took this opportunity to announce the candidature much earlier to the election, so that they can prepare. So they had lost hopes. They had no confidence. So they were in their position. Now, as a party, national party, it's quite natural for us to announce the candidature during the once the election is been notified. So otherwise, basically, that is what has been the tradition, and more so along with this, the party is very strong and it is a cadet-based party, and we can take this chance of announcing once the election is been announced. That has been the tradition.
Okay. Also, Hindutva has been being played up. Can Hindutva really replace BJP's dependence on Lingayats? Because if you look at the vote share, BJP used to get, like, for example, 2018 or 2008, BJP got almost 80% of the Lingayat vote. This time, the vote share of the Lingayat support has come down by 20 to 25% in many constituencies. So, can Hindutva replace this stress on Lingayat support?
See, nationalism. See, basically, Bharatiya Janata Party is a nationalistic party. Nationalism. We emphasize a lot on nationalism, and along with that, Hindutva, governance, development, all possible, the identity, the culture of nation or our society and as an individual. So in this direction, it is not, it is not more on a, we are talking about the caste divisions. We are not talking about, we are not a divisive party. We are a very inclusive party. Lingayats have been the main foundation of our party, and then part and parcel. So I have not got into the micro details, who is which percentage of vote has left where. This I am not aware of this, all this 88% to 50%, all this percentage detail. But I can tell you with all the confidence, it is a very inclusive. It is a people's party. As already earlier I had made a statement that it's a people's party, and we need to protect ourselves. We need to protect ourselves from this kind of Congress divisive parties. If for the sake of power, they do anything. They have made all kind of appeasement politics. They are divided. We can't see a future with a party like Congress. They've been very destructive. So Bharatiya Janata Party can only be the solution to see a great future for our entire society or Bharat, or for ourselves. For ourselves, we want to see, for any generation to come, we need to protect our party, Bharatiya Janata Party. It is People's Party, and Bharatiya Party, a nationalistic party. So, as all the people of the entire society, we need to protect, promote our Bharatiya Janata Party for our own good, for our own good, and for our own future. So, it is a duty of each one of us. So, there is no question of this kind of division in our society. We don't accept. We are all one. We want to be one, and we want to work together, and we want to grow beyond the caste. Each one of us, that is what we have been advocating. Each one of us have been advocating. We are in 21st century. We are in the global order. We need to work unitedly to help each other. This is ultimately the talent. Our hard work, our commitment, sincerity can take us to the greater levels.
The BJP suddenly had become voiceless. If you see the past 3 weeks, no statements virtually. Today on this cow slaughter bill, again we are hearing the BJP voices, but then it's more of the unelected leaders who are speaking. What about the elected representatives? Because the MLAs and MLCs and it's none of them who are speaking. It is some unelected person who is making the loudest, shrillest noises.
Sir, the new government has come into existence and to the power recently. They are in the honeymoon period. They come newly. Let them make their statement. Let them make their commitments, their guarantees, whatever they are issued, what they are going to do, what will they do. We are just waiting for them to make all their statements, commitment, announcements, whatever they are supposed to. So time and again, see, people who are looking forward, because they have been given a new opportunity. People are looking what they are going to do. So let us allow them. Let us allow them few days. You can't start. Attacking right and left. See, we are just waiting for the. We are giving them a good time to come out with a good announcement and get more clarity about what is their stand on governance, development, and with regard to all the guarantees, whatever they announce. So with regard, let them come out, and we are seeing now already. Now, since we after seeing for a few weeks now, people should not think, see, they have come into new power. At least they should be welcomed and allowed. But if you see now their stand and their stance and their attitude, their arrogance is really something which we can't take it. So they've been trying to become very arrogant. The power has gone to their head, and they have started behaving as though they can do what they want. So with regard to even the power, they've increased the charges very big margin. Already 1 rupee 20 paise, almost 1 rupee, more than 1 rupee 30 paise. 30 to 40 paise increase has been announced by the Congress government, and they have been talking about the guarantee, and very well they had said 200 units free. Now they are talking about whatever is been consumed, less than some people have consumed 50 units, 60 units. Based on that, we are going to give that. So all these things they have now gone back on their words. So we are even having a protest tomorrow. Today we are in a protest in many of the places. Tomorrow also there will be a protest. And with regard to the cow slaughter bill, it has been very clear. It is enabled even in the constitution. It is very clear that we need to protect the cows. So that has been the culture. Even in our constitution, it has been very clear. And the Congress party doesn't understand this. See, keeping in the sentiments, cow slaughter has been completely banned. We have worshipped. That is, we call it as Kamadenu. So Kamadenu, how can we allow that? Can you allow? So for the Muslims, they talk about the beef. In the Muslim country, will they allow the beef to be? Will they allow the pork? Can they go and tell this? Why do they want to antagonize? They are just trying to antagonize. They are trying to show their arrogance. I don't see this kind of arrogance. They need to respect the sentiments of the people of Hindus, where we worship. The Kamadenu, the cows have been worshipped. They need to respect that. They are trying to hurt the sentiments, and they want to just trying to instigate us, trying to instigate the people. I think again they'll be taught a lesson properly. They get the proper lesson.
Also, BJP is looking at big wins in Old Mysore. Already they've gained in many places so many percentage of votes extra. For example, in Mysore, Mandya, Tumkur, even in Bengaluru rural, so many seats, the vote share has gone up. So what is your plan, since you are from a Old Mysore area yourself?
See, the Bharatiya Janata Party presence in southern Karnataka, it was not that great.
Yeah.
So we were in a process in increasing our base here, the percentage, the number of representatives from the southern Karnataka. So in this direction, probably we have got a very good response. The now vote share has increased by 6%.
Yes.
It's a good indication for us to have a solid presence. Probably coming 2028, we'll have a huge presence, and it will be almost equitable. See, some geographical area we are very not doing well.
Old Mysore.
Yes.
Most of it was C seats.
Yes.
C category seats.
We are not doing well. So now in the future we are going to win. Now already we have seated the candidates. Now they have fought the election. They are going to be our sustainable leaders. And the next election, people will look up and they'll definitely vote for our all candidates and leaders who are contested from Old Mysore. And we are sure probably will be getting more than 150 for the 2028.
Okay. Which constituencies give you hope for the next election? You campaigned extensively in many of these areas during this election and even during the by-election in Shira. You campaigned extensively. So which constituencies give you hope in Old Mysore in the next election?
I am very confident out of 87 seats, we are going to sweep literally this Congress party. What can we expect from them? What can we expect from them? Somehow they got some guarantee. There's no guarantee they'll be there. Somehow it has happened. Let us, okay, the public verdict been given. I don't see any coming back or their any presence. They'll be a self-destructive party. They'll destroy on their own. We can't expect any good governance, any development, any good things by the Congress party. They're a self-destructive party. It's going to destroy on its own. Already it was in the destruction mode. Somehow it survived in the state of Karnataka.
Okay. Bharatiya Janata Party has lost
Even
very
they should
badly.
be thankful in southern Karnataka if this because of
BJP, yes.
we took away the vote of
Absolutely.
JDS, and that's how they won few seats.
Because so many seats, BJP used to lose their deposit. This time BJP's vote share has increased, but they've ensured JDS is defeated.
So southern Karnataka they should be thankful. It's all because of JDS.
Absolutely. Also, in this, JDA in this, 23 elections, because of the defeat, whose failure is it? Is it a person? Is it a party? Whose failure is it? Is it a strategy? What has gone wrong?
Many things which led to the defeat, and many factors are there. And along with one of the most important thing in the state of Karnataka, you know very well from the 85, it's almost anti-incumbency. It's been the trend. Once this government and next, it has been changing. Alternatively, it has been changing, and so the same thing has repeated. And along with that, many factors. Which led to the downfall of our government. Now, I can't say much more than this, and I think
Still you are in introspection.
Introspection will happen internally. We can't have public introspection.
Absolutely.
And we can't blame game cannot happen.
Absolutely.
But our national leaders, our honorable Prime Minister, our Home Minister, our National President, they did their best, and they give us all the support. They give all the support, and so we have been able to do it.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
There it is, senior Bharatiya Janata Party leader, former Deputy Chief Minister of the Bharatiya Janata Party, former Minister also, someone who strategized big for southern Karnataka, that is for the old Mysore area, telling us, Dr. C. N. Ashwathnarayan telling us that, of course, it is a time for introspection, but we cannot introspect publicly. We will need to do it within the closed doors. We will need to see what has gone wrong and correct it. With camera person Nagaraj Gadekal, this is Bansi for the New Indian Express Online.